Hello and welcome to a very special update. I am not at home, nor am I in my man cave. Instead, I am here at the glorious watercress line. As you can see, I am stood right next to a beautiful steam locomotive. And I want to talk briefly just about different kinds of hobby beyond the traditional kind of wargaming type hobby. So buckle up, this will be a short one, but here we go. My earliest memory of what I think I would call hobbying was building a model railway set with my dad. As a kid, I think, like many, I was massively into Thomas the Tank Engine. And if you're interested, the Watercress line have their own Thomas the Tank Engine, which I was massively made up when I took my daughter to go see it. But yeah, I have a distinct memory of building a model train layout for my Thomas the Tank Engine train set with my dad, with a tunnel, with trees, with a little flocked board for it to kind of all run on. And this massively clicked with me a few years ago when I was making an Armies on Parade board with my daughter, and I had a sudden flashback to that same experience. So what I want to talk about today then is just really other kinds of hobbies beyond kind of the Warhammer experience, whether it is model railways and trains, whether it's scalextric, which I had a huge fan of when I was a kid. This train is going to head off in just a minute, with hopefully a big kind of whistle and cloud of steam, but yeah. Model trains. Model trains were kind of a gateway to Warhammer for me, both in terms of building that model train set with my dad, but also when I was at school, my school didn't have a Warhammer club, at least not when I joined. There it goes. It didn't have a Warhammer club when I joined, but it did have a model railway club, Railsock as they called it, which had its own little cupboard there in the school, and there they are able to set up a kind of miniature O-gauge layout with a variety of different trains. And when I first joined the school, I kind of looked on in awe at the amazing kind of facilities that they had set out there and the support that the school gave them. That then was kind of the impetus to get my school wargaming club going. We were able to borrow some of the space. The railway club very kindly loaned us some of the space and allowed us to store out of our scenery in amongst their scenery. Looking back now, I kind of wish that perhaps we'd made more of that kind of connection. Maybe there was an opportunity to have some kind of Warhammer train set. I don't know. But likewise, I had similar kind of activities that I was into when I was a kid, in terms of things like scalextric. And a few years ago, my sister got me a scalextric set for Christmas, which I then had a great time kind of spending the Christmas break, zooming the cars around, again, racing with my daughter while my cat sat in the middle of the track and tried to bat the cars off the racetrack. I guess what I want to talk about, and I'm going to engage in a bit of Walkhammer here as we go, now that the train has departed, is what other hobbies are there that we can, as kind of wargamers, engage in that tie into that aspect of it? Is it model trains? Is it scalextric? Is it, things like just general art? I mean, there is a hell of a lot of crossover between the work that some of the freehand painters do on their models and what is essentially, gallery level art. Is there kind of same crossover there? Let me know in the comments below what your kind of other hobbies are that you engage in that perhaps have that kind of crossover with Warhammer, or perhaps don't have that crossover with Warhammer. I'd be fascinated to know. I am going to go now and look at a whole bunch of other awesome railway stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of just little short update. Okay, it's not a major update because I am just out enjoying kind of a day to support my own mental health today. I hope you've enjoyed this little update, and I will catch you next time. Bye for now.